Hello guys, I am Ashish. Welcome you all to this video series where we are solving mathematics for class 10th based on NCERT textbook. In continuation to our last video that was based on polynomial exercise 2.1, today we will be solving exercise 2.2. Let's begin. Before we actually solve the exercise, let's look at some important formulas related to quadratic equation and cubic equation. So the first formula here is the Sridhar Acharya's rule to find the roots of a quadratic equation. Sridhar Acharya was born around 900 AD and he was a prominent Indian mathematician. He was the first to solve the quadratic equation. He gave us this rule: x equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. You will find two roots based on the two operation plus and minus of the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c. So you will get one root as alpha and other root as beta. Now we will see some of the relationship between the coefficient of the quadratic equation and the roots of the quadratic equation. If you add these roots alpha and beta, you will find it as minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x squared in the quadratic equation. If you multiply these roots, you will find it as c by a, where c is a constant and a is again the coefficient of x squared. If you are given the roots of the quadratic equation, you can do some reverse engineering and get the quadratic equation. So this will be the formula to find the quadratic equation from the roots of the quadratic equation. If alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta equal to 0 is the quadratic equation. Now we will discuss some important relationship between the roots of a cubic equation and the coefficient of the cubic equation. If you add the roots of the cubic equation alpha, beta and gamma, it will be equal to minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x squared and a is the coefficient of x cubed. If you take alpha into beta plus beta into gamma and gamma into alpha, then it will be equal to c by a, where c is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x cubed. If you multiply all the roots of a cubic equation, then it will be equal to minus d by a, where d is a constant and a is the coefficient of x cubed. In this exercise, we have these two problems. We will solve them one by one. In the first problem, we are given 6 quadratic polynomials and we have to find the zeros or the roots of the polynomials, and then we have to establish the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient, that is alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a and alpha into beta equal to c by a. So let's begin with the first one. So first one over here is x square minus 2x minus 8. First of all, we will apply the Sridhar Acharya's rule, that is x equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So based on the plus and the minus operation over here, you will find two different roots, 4 and minus 2. We'll take one as alpha and other as beta, and now we will try to establish the relationship. So alpha plus beta should be equal to minus b by a, and where we can see that this follow the relationship and LHS equal to RHS. Again we will try to check alpha into beta equal to c by a. Alpha is 4 and beta is minus 2. C value of the c is minus 8. So again LHS equal to RHS. That means relationship between the coefficient and the roots are established. Similarly, we will solve the second one. We have a quadratic polynomial 4s squared minus 4s plus 1. When we apply Sridhar Acharya's formula, you will get just one solution, that is 1 by 2. This is due to the reason that this part of the formula is actually 0. This part of the formula is b square minus 4ac, that is also called determinant. If the determinant of the formula is 0, then we have equal roots. That means alpha and beta both will be equal to 1 by 2. Now you can take a look at how the third problem, fourth problem, fifth problem, and the sixth problem is solved. You can take a pause at each slide and see the solution. In the second problem, we are given sum and product of roots. That means alpha plus beta and alpha into beta respectively. Now we have to find quadratic polynomial. So let's start with the first one. Here we have alpha plus beta equal to 1 by 4, alpha into beta equal to minus 1. So we can write the quadratic polynomial as x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta equal to 0. This is the equation we have discussed earlier. Now we will place the value alpha plus beta and alpha into beta from here, and we will get the required quadratic equation. Now this part of the quadratic equation is the required quadratic polynomial. Therefore p of x will be 4x squared minus x minus 4. Similarly, you can solve the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and the sixth one. You can take a pause at each of these slides to see the solutions. Thus we conclude the second exercise of the polynomial. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video.